Virginia, their defense is very disruptive, and I think we were very fortunate having a bye week this week. Our practice guys did a great job of simulating what Virginia would throw at us, how they would defend the 2-1-2 extended zone, the man, how they switched a lot of screens, and our players, the prep going into this game was really important, and we made plays. We got a lot of good shots. But I think the biggest thing I'm most proud of this team is, basketball is a game of runs, and Virginia made their run the second half, got the lead, but our team never quit. They continued to make plays. They continued to fight. And a sign of growth for our team has been we made plays down the stretch. Brenna hit a big three. Elena hit a big three. Kawhi hit a big three. Jasmine hit that pull-up jumper. We went inside to Brenna. Defensively, we switched to our 3 defense. Our players were active and aggressive in that. They finished the game, I believe, 1 for 7 from the field. Our players did this without another starter. And we lost Asia Bug earlier this week with a concussion. And Jasmine Whitney was impressive, the way she managed this game today, just handling the basketball. They sent double teams at her the entire second half. And I was very proud of the way she handled the ball and made plays and got us into offense. But Brenna Wise was huge. She could just continue to make plays over the course of the game, staying aggressive, and we were able to pull this game out by getting to the free throw line and hitting our free throws.
Coach, this is one of the best crowds you've had all year. Can you say anything about the impact they had on the game?
I just talked about that this crowd was amazing. And they're like a sixth man on the floor, because you could see when Virginia had the ball, they got loud. And Virginia's trying to run offense and can't hear. And then when we were on offense, they just gave us energy. And every time we made a play, this crowd erupted every time we hit a shot and gave us energy defensively. So they just continue to give us energy down the stretch, and we love it. Our players love playing in this environment, and I was excited to see a great crowd, and it was a fun game to be a part of. It really was.
Did you adapt to your style of play at all when you realized you were going to be without Bug?
No, I think the fortunate thing for us was that it happened on Thursday. So we had, it was early in Thursday's practice, so it happened, we had Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to work without her. Cassidy Walsh was, as you saw, came in and gave minutes in the first half. But I think Jasmine had the opportunity. We knew we were going to be without her. It wasn't like it happened yesterday late that we didn't have time to adjust.
Jasmine's first points from the floor were the beautiful layup at the end of the first half. How do you think that gave her the confidence to play well in the second half?
Jasmine is so tough. I mean, I don't know if you guys realize that she plays with a herniated disc in her back. And that was why she was taken out of the starting lineup, because she wasn't practicing. And then we were putting her back at the point to play games. And our rhythm wasn't the same. And with the injury, our doctors, we have a chiropractor, we have physical therapy with our trainer, our strength coach. We are throwing the book at her to manage her pain. But when you have a herniated disc, you're playing through pain, and it's just how much you can tolerate. And every time she hits the floor, I cringe, and I just look at her and say, "Are you okay?" And she bounces right back up, and she continues to make plays and fight and does not want to come off the floor. And that play at the end of the half, we wanted the ball in her hands. I mean, Virginia had kept changing their defenses, and we had calls for whether they were man or zone. And we ended up almost a 10-second call. We had to call another timeout. And then I just wanted to give her a screen in the middle of the floor where she can now attack a post player, get to the rim, and if they came off shooters from the corner, she had Kawhi and Elena in either corner. But she's really crafty and can make plays like that, and really does a good job of coming off of screens and hitting shots, whether it's getting to the rim. You saw the pull-up jumper, and when they went underneath the screen in the middle of the floor, she can hit that three where she stops at the top of the key. That's the one thing she hasn't gotten back, is being able to hit some three-point shots, and I think that will come as she continues to take them.
In the first half, the team struggled from three for the most part, but in the fourth quarter, it all came together with the 4 straight shots. Did you give them the go-ahead to just keep taking those shots because you knew that they could make them? Or what was the approach?
Well, as long as a shot was within rhythm. And I think what was happening was they were pressing us full court. They were double teaming Jazz, taking the ball out of her hands, putting it into, we had Brenna, we had Destiny, we had Kawhi, and we became very hesitant in trying to attack in a 4-on-3 situation. And we were taking quick shots, sometimes not shots within our rhythm. And I think down the stretch, we were able to execute. You know, we were running a lot of side pick and roll is where there was a down screen on the backside. It got Elena a shot. We were able to go inside to Brenna. It was just us executing down the stretch. But these players know they have the green light. If they're open, they're in rhythm, and then they have the green light to take the shot.
Obviously, the ACC is a really tough schedule. What does it mean for you and your team to already have 3 wins in the conference under your belt?
It's not too bad for the team that was picked last in the conference. You know, we just take it one game at a time, and our players are resilient. And you know, they just continue to believe in themselves. They continue to believe in each other. And, you know, so much within this conference is who you play, when you play them, and where. And we've had 3 teams right in the same area, the bottom half. We've had the 3 teams at home. So we've been able to come away with wins. When you go on the road, it's a different story. But, you know, we look to close the gap with the top teams, and we look to compete and come away with wins against the teams that are right in the same situation we are.